What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we've got a 10.5 pound pork shoulder, or Boston butt if you will, that we're going to kind of do hot and fast. I've got about 6 or 7 hours to do it. I'm using my Char-Griller Grand Champ XD series offset. I love this cooker and I have no doubt that it could do the job. Let's get into it. You're watching Cass Cooking. So I got this pork shoulder at my local Sam's Club. It was just under $2 a pound. Got a nice big 10.5 pounder. Pulled it out of the fridge, took it out of the package. You'll notice I removed the fat cap. I don't normally do that, but it was a little thick. I started trimming it away and I decided just to take the whole thing off. It's perfectly fine. There is plenty of intramuscular fat in pork shoulders. Some people swear by leaving it on, others swear by taking it off, others don't care, like me. It's gonna turn out fine either way. You do what you want to do with the fat cap. We're gonna cook. If it was a fat cap, we'd cook up because the firebox is over here. It's not going to be close to the heat. Otherwise, I might leave the fat cap on there to protect the meat from the heat. So yeah, let's dump our coals and get to cooking. I always start with charcoal and then just go straight wood for the duration. We're going to use cherry wood splits today. I get cherry logs and then I split them myself with an axe so they're nice and skinny and they catch easy. So you're not throwing a huge log in there that's hard to catch, it takes forever, it smolders, it creates bad smoke, so we're using skinny splits right on top there. And this will also add to our foundation so you can continue to add wood. It's easier to manage a fire with smaller wood. Chunks, skinny splits like these, you throw a whole log on there and eventually it will catch, but it's going to spike your temperature way high, out of control. And you'll be panicking, closing the stack, closing the vents, trying to figure it out. And then you're just going to smolder it, create bad smoke. So I always use skinny splits. This is cherry wood. They're already catching. So, on we go. And look how beautiful and sweat out this thing is. Right over there, offset the firebox. This thing's got a heat shield too. So I can see flames coming out and it kind of protects the meat if you got meat over here from the flames. That heat shield is pretty awesome. It comes with this smoker. Take our probe, stick it right in there. You don't want to hit the bone that's in there. If you have a boneless one, you don't have to worry about it. You want to get it right in the middle, right in the center as best you can. Stick that probe in there, put our lid, and let it cook. Alright, so keep in mind when you're doing hot and fast, higher temps means more fuel. So check your firebox more often than you would if you were doing low and slow, and add wood as necessary. I just had to add another log there because those 3 little splits I put in there burnt up in about 20-30 minutes. So more wood's in. We are at 400 degrees, so I'm going to shut this door over here. I don't want to go that high. I want to stay lower, around 325. I am going to spritz it with an apple juice and apple cider vinegar mix in a spritz bottle to keep things from the outside kind of charring and burning. And so I'll do that about every 45 minutes to an hour. Now here's something interesting I discovered while cooking. The firebox is obviously very hot, and if you notice some little rust development, some surface rust or discoloration, you can just take some cooking spray here. I've got canola oil in this one, and I'm just hitting it. Just hitting where the rust is, or the discoloration. And that's kind of just re-seasoning the metal while it's hot, while you're cooking. And it'll go away and turn black again. So, just a little tip I'd like to share with you, that's all. Alright, update time. It is 4:10 p.m. and this went on at about 1:30, so 2.5 hours. Cook chamber's been about 325, 350 for the entire time. Internal's looking like 140. It's looking pretty good. Again, I've been hitting it with apple juice and apple cider vinegar 50-50 mix just to help things not burn up. It's looking pretty good. Bark's starting to develop. We're just gonna let it keep rocking. All right, guys, it is 10 after 5, so 1 more hour later. Thermometer here says internal of 170, but I'm gonna double check that. My quick read thermoprobe pen here, 162. So got a good bark going, nice color to it. I'm gonna take it out and wrap it. We're gonna add some butter and some apple juice, and we're gonna put it back on. Bring it to 203, 205, then we're gonna pull it off. All right, we've got our foil set up. We've got my cotton glove liners on. All right, let's go get our pork butt. There she is. It's looking and smelling delicious. I'll throw that on there. So now we're kind of gonna make a little bowl. All right. Just gonna add some regular old apple juice to that. Dump a little bit in. I'd say it's just under a quarter cup. I don't have a fork, so use my fingers there. Yeah, I know a lot of you in the comments are gonna be like, ew, you touch butter with your bare hands, that's gross. All right, apple juice and butter. Now we're gonna wrap tightly. Keep the foil up so you don't get any apple juice spilling out. Man, this smells great, you guys. Second layer. Nice and tight, just like that. Back on the smoker the same way. There you have it. Now at this point, you don't have to keep using wood. You're not going to get any more smoke flavor on this. The color and the bark that's developed, that's it. You're not going to get any more bark. You're not going to get any darker color. So when you wrap it in foil and put it back on, that's how it's going to look when you pull it off. So right now, it's back on. We're gonna get our temperatures back up to around 350, maybe even 400, and I'm just gonna let this thing cook in here, and it's gonna get juicy and delicious and tender, and then we'll pull it off. We have to let it rest. Very important. When meats get hot, they tighten up and all the juice squeezes out. The idea of letting it rest is for it to stop cooking, cool down, and it kind of relaxes, those muscle fibers loosen back up. And what that does is pull all the moisture back in, making it juicy and delicious. Get our probe back in the same spot. Up top so no apple juice leaks out. And we'll keep cooking. Alright, another update. It is 6:20. Cooking temperature got a little out of control. It's like 450 right now. That's okay. I closed up the vent, closed the stack a little bit, burp it. That'll come back down, that's fine. Internal is 194. We're looking for 203 at minimum. I might bring it to 205, 206, and then we're gonna pull it off. Still in the foil, wrap it in a towel, throw it in a cooler, and I'm gonna wait 1 hour, 2 hours. So I think we'll be eating around 8:30, 9, a little later than I planned, but that's still really fast for a 10.5 pound pork shoulder that's supposed to take at 225, 250 degrees, probably around an hour 15, hour 30 minutes per pound. Do the math there, 6-7 hours is really fast. So once it hits 205, then we'll pull it off. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we're at 206 on the digital thermometer that I've got set up here. It's going to double check with my Thermo-Pro quick read. We're there. And I lied. My cooler's out of commission, so I'm going to do the next best thing. Got this foil pan here. Probe out. We're just going to take this straight off, still in the foil. We're going to throw another layer of foil on top. Just like that. we're gonna bring this inside and I'm gonna let it sit on the counter just like this for at least 1 hour. You gotta let it rest, gotta let it reabsorb all the juices. I might go 2 hours. Also, the current time is 6:40. So this went on at 1:30, it's 6:40. It only took 5 hours and 10 minutes to get to 205 the hot and fast way. Alright, so we've been resting for about an hour. Before I pulled the bone out and started pulling it all apart, I just want to go over what we did. We had the smoker up at 325 to 350 degrees. We got the pork shoulder out of the packaging, patted it down, rubbed it with some mustard as the binder, hit it with your favorite seasoning, and once the cooker was up to 325, we put it on there on the left side away from the firebox. We maintained those temperatures until we got a good solid bark and a good color that we liked, and at 165 internal degrees we wrapped it in aluminum foil with some butter and some apple juice. Put it right back on the smoker where it was, crank those temperatures up to 400, 450 degrees, and just let it cook until we got an internal temperature of 206. In which case I pulled it off, put it in an aluminum foil pan, covered it with aluminum foil, and just set it on the counter to let rest for a minimum of 1 hour. I'm gonna let it go probably another half an hour, and then we're gonna pull the bone out and shred it up, and you'll see how juicy and just tender it is. Stick around. Alright guys, moment of truth. It's 7:45, so from 1:30 to 7:45 for the total cook and rest time. Look at all those juices already pouring out of here. Oh man. So I've got some cotton glove liners on with these, so just so you know, it's still gonna be hot. There might be steam, so just protect yourself, alright? Oh man, this smell, I wish you guys could smell this. So, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Nice clean bone. I think we had some success with hot and fast. It's just pulling right apart, super tender. So I'm gonna shred this up, put some on a plate, get our plate all together, and then I'm gonna give it a try. Alright, so I got myself a brioche bun, put some pulled pork on there. We got a nice pink smoke ring colored throughout. Smells good, it's nice and tender. Got some coleslaw, got some mac and cheese, and if you know me, I like putting the mac and cheese on top, coleslaw on top, and using some barbecue sauce on top of that. Got a little bit of gold barbecue sauce here. Lily's cute, this is some good stuff. I'm actually gonna put that on here. Good barbecue doesn't need sauce, but I like this stuff on the sandwich, so that's what I'm gonna do. A little coleslaw on there. Put that right on top. Look at that sandwich, man. Alright, let's see how it is. Great tasting bark. Don't even need the sauce or the coleslaw or anything. Do it by itself. So that's hot and fast pork shoulder. It came out great. I think wrapping it is key. If you're cooking really hot, trying to do it hot and fast and you don't wrap it, you run the risk of drying it out. If you don't have a water pan in there, you're not spritzing, it'll just burn up and dry out on you. All the juices will get pushed out, so wrapping is really key with hot and fast. And that's good, give it a try. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.